The last time the Salukis met the Purple Aces of Evansville was during the Missouri Valley Conference quarterfinal game. Although the Dogs had won the regular season, they couldn't gamble their automatic bid to the big dance. The Salukis' hand was a full house, made up of a pair of seniors, Brad Korn and Sylvester Willis, and the Tripp juniors, Darren Brooks, Stetson, Hairston, and LaMar Owen. That beat Evansville's pair of aces, Cuffle and Petty, in a game final of 93-67. Now, the stakes are just as high as the Dogs look to add another chip in hopes of winning the Valley jackpot.
From Roberts Stadium in Evansville, Indiana, good evening, everyone. Salukis take on the Aces from Evansville in a very important Missouri Valley Conference game. I'm Mike Truth. Thad Jackson is alongside. Doug Robinson will join us later. This is shaping up to be a beautiful game. The Salukis come in 12-3, 3-0 in the conference. Evansville 9-4, 3-2 in the conference, but the Aces are unbeaten at home.
You're certainly right, Mike. 8-0 at home, but Southern certainly no stranger to winning at home. They've run off 17 straight back at the arena, but something's got to give tonight. That 8-0 winning streak at home for Evansville, or Southern's 5 straight wins here at Roberts Stadium.
And I think it's a game that the Salukis really need to win because Evansville was picked in the lower bracket of the conference, so it's a big one.
Evansville picked 8th in the preseason rankings, but Southern, of course, the #1 for the first time. So you hope they don't come in here and take Evansville lightly. The mindset of the players, though, they know what it takes to win this conference. I don't think they will.
Salukis and Aces, we'll be back with your starting lineups when we return to Roberts Stadium right after this. And welcome back to Roberts Stadium. Support for tonight's program comes from First Cellular of Southern Illinois, by Old National Bank, the Southern Illinois Collegiate Common Market, Vogler Motor Company, Gentry Couch Insurance and Investments, 710 Bookstore and the Saluki Connection, and by your Anheuser-Busch distributors, B&G Benegoni Distributing, Golden Eagle Distributing, and Benegoni Orel Distributing LLC, and SI Cosmetic and Family Dentistry. All right, let's check the starting lineup for tonight's basketball game. First for the visiting Salukis. They come in with a record of 12-3 and 3-0 in the Missouri Valley Conference. They will go with the lineup that they've gone through in the last 7 or 8 ball games. It'll be Darren Brooks and Jamaal Tatum at the guards, along with Stetson Hairston, LaMar Owen and Josh Warren at the forward and center spot, and Darren Brooks, that is the guy who makes the Salukis go.
Absolutely, Mike. You look to your senior for leadership to get things started here for the Salukis. And Brooks comes in averaging the 14.7 per game and also sneaks in there, gets those rebounds, does those things, those little things that help get this team going.
The Evansville Aces come in with a record of 9-4, 3-2 in the Missouri Valley Conference, so they're playing their 6th game of the year already in the conference. They will go at the guard spots with Kyle Anslinger and Lucius Wagner. Andre Burton is a 3-4 player at the forward spot. Matt Webster is a forward who can hit the 3, and their big man is 6'9" Bradley Strickland, and he can get things done inside.
Strickland, to say the least, has been hot. He's currently the Valley Player of the Week. He had 24 last Friday against Northern Iowa. That's a career high for him. 18 of 23 shooting. That's 38 points in those 2 games. Also combined for 8 rebounds and 5 block shots. But look for their big man out there.
That's Mr. Strickland right there. He's got Strick on the back of his right forearm. If he gets things going inside, Evansville will be tough tonight. And one of the keys to this basketball game, I think, is controlling Lucius Wagner, their point guard. He went off for, I believe, 17 in the first half against the Northern Iowa Panthers here at Roberts Stadium. If they can keep the point guard in check, not let Evansville get into their offense and run their schemes, Southern should be in a pretty good shape.
Well, you're looking at some of the guys that are going to be expected to do that. The quickness of Jamaal Tatum. Tony Young will get in there later. LaMar Owen will do his thing. And, of course, DB, like we talked about. Defense, defense, defense is all Southern's thinking about.
The officials for tonight's game, Randy McCall, Ron Zetcher, and Terry Davis. There's a good look at Darren Brooks, the preseason player of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference. He was the player of the year in the 2003-2004 season. There's the Evansville bench. They are a little short on the bench as 3 of their players who played quite a bit were suspended for the entire year earlier in the year for breaking the law. And Coach Murfeld, who's in his 2nd year with the Aces, took things under control and said they're not going to play on my team. So their bench is a little bit thin.
And look for that to be a factor. Talked to Coach Lowery earlier this week, and he said with Southern's depth, they're just going to run. Of course, defense, like we said, and try to wear these guys out and get the points on the board when they come.
Southern dressed in their maroon uniforms. There's a good shot of Coach Chris Lowery in his 1st year as head Saluki basketball coach.
Lowery coming back home. He's a native of Evansville.
He is. And here we go. LaMar Owen going against Bradley Strickland. That wasn't a contest.
Might have got that one on the way up.
Lucius Wagner, good size for a point guard, 6'3". They're running the weave on offense to start with. That's Anslinger, number 4, top of the key. Down low to Webster, working on Josh Warren. Jump hook good.
Josh Warren not giving up any size. Warren at the 265, 255. Look for his big body to be a factor. Not helping there. Nice hook shot.
Evansville in a man to start out with. I'm sure we'll see some zone, as the perils of the Salukis against his own defense is well documented.
Interesting to see what Evansville's going to do here in the man-to-man to start off.
10 on the shot clock. Southern in no hurry. 5 on the shot clock. Brooks. 1.
Not the way you want to start if you're Southern. You know, they kept looking down low. Brooks might have had an open shot there, but they just run out of time.
Not a lot of motion on the motion offense on that possession for the Salukis. Tatum will guard Wagner. Anslinger and Webster, good 3-point shooters. So's Wagner, short. Gets his own rebound.
Nice follow by Wagner, picking up the garbage.
Tatum did not check out Wagner on the offensive boards, and it's 4-0 Aces. Tatum, top of the key, no. 1 shot and out for the Dogs. Wagner, too strong.
Boy, another loose rebound for Evansville. There fell right into their hands, and they're going to count the basket.
Foul's going to be on Stetson Hairston. And it's already 6-0, and already the Salukis want a timeout. They're doing nothing on offense. They're doing nothing on defense. And look at Chris Lowery have some choice words for his starting 5.
Well, he's probably telling them guys to turn around and find their man and box him out. Quit looking at the ball, just get some rebounds on either side of the floor.
First time down the floor on offense, Southern ran all 35+ seconds off the clock. Didn't get a shot. Second time down the floor, they shot the first one off the pick, and that was Jamaal Tatum, who missed a 3-pointer. So not what you want on your first 2 possessions.
We talked about defense, but so far Evansville running the man, which is maybe a surprise. We'll see what they do later on. But they're controlling the tempo of this game now.
Aces very comfortable here at home, as we mentioned, 8-0 on the season this year. They've beaten Creighton here. They've beaten Northern Iowa here. Anslinger is at the line, an 83% foul shooter.
Converts on the traditional 3-point play, and Southern finds themselves down by 7.
Well, it was 7-1 a couple weeks ago against Wyoming, and Southern came back and went on a tear, but that was at the confines of the arena. Turnover. 2 turnovers already for the Salukis. There's one for the Aces.
Tatum slicing through the defense.
And a charge called on Lucius Wagner as LaMar Owen with great position underneath.
Tatum slow to get up, holding his hip. And
I'll tell you what's hard, Wagner at 6'3" has long legs, and he gets his stride going, and Tatum's having a hard time keeping up with him, bringing the ball up the court, and Jamaal leaves, and Tony Young comes in. We'll see how serious Jamaal Tatum's hip is. Brooks with it. Owen, 16-footer, nothing but net.
And LaMar's been hitting those shots. You saw a couple against the Creighton. That's a tough little jumper, a little mid-range jumper.
Wagner misses the pull-up jumper. Brooks. Burton gets the board. He likes to run. Webster on Owen is not a good matchup. You want Warren on Webster as much as possible.
Owen, the 6'5", 185, and Webster, like we said, he comes in at 228, and he's the 6'8" man. So Owen giving up a little bit of height and the body there.
7-4 Aces. 5-second call, another turnover by Evansville, and things are evening out.
Absolutely no movement on that inbounds play from the Aces.
Chris Lowery shouts out the play for the Salukis. Crowd's a little bit better now, but nowhere near what I thought would be here. There's probably 6,500, 6,500 maybe.
Some maroon here inside the, you see a lot of purple shirts.
Owen again.
There's Owen, he's working on that mid-range jumper, drops another one, he's got 4 straight.
And a great job by Darren Brooks, not forcing it in the lane when he probably could have pulled up and tried a 12-footer. LaMar was wide open on the wing. Here comes Wagner. That's Andre Burton.
Burton, one of the Aces leading scorers, he averages just over 13, as well as Wagner.
Brooks for 3. Southern's basketball, as Strickland couldn't handle the basketball. Mike Dale's in the lineup for Southern. Here comes Drew Gore in for the Aces for Lucius Wagner. Warren. Yes.
They'll take that play anytime. Nice bounce pass to Warren. Wide open look from the free throw line.
Now you're going to see some pressure. Mike Dale on Drew Gore. Foul on Josh Warren.
Warren, they might have just got their feet tangled up, couldn't stop, ends up knocking him over. He picks up his first foul.
13 foul on the Salukis. We've come to our first media timeout. Just underway, 15:45 to go. It's the Aces leading the Salukis 10-8. And welcome back to Roberts Stadium. The score, 15:45 left to go in the first half. Evansville 10, the Salukis 8. Support for Saluki basketball is brought to you in part by First Cellular, a Southern Illinois company specializing in wireless data communication services throughout the communities of Southern Illinois. First Cellular is proud to be a continued supporter of SIU Salukis athletics. Doug Robinson is with us tonight on the sidelines. Doug, where are you?
Well, we're over here, believe it or not, Mike, in the pep band. I know you can probably hear me, but I don't know. There's a lot of music going on here, but there happens to be a lady over here from Southern Illinois that's been watching Channel 8 since she was about 2 years old with her grandma. She's the keyboard player over here, and her name is Melora Huggins. She's from Mount Vernon, Illinois, but uses those keyboard talents here with the Evansville pep band. So a dedicated Channel 8 viewer since a long time, and she is here tonight helping making the music at this big rivalry between Evansville and SIU. Well, let's send it back over to you guys.
All right, thank you, Doug. It's Anslinger with it out top. Aces with a 2-point lead. Webster down low to Strickland, and that's what he can do, but he missed it.
I think they'll still take that shot anytime with Strickland's size over, especially if he's matched up against Owen.
Southern down 2. Aces have only 1 foul, and that was on the charge. Nice pass to Mike Dale. Brooks on the wing. Tried to get it to LaMar, but turns it over. And there's Burton. I believe Mike Dale got him on the wing. First foul on Mike. Fouls are piling up against the Salukis. 4 team fouls now on Southern. Wagner back in. Strickland sits down. Justin Petty now in for the Evansville Aces as well. Randall Falker is going to check in for the Salukis. Both teams early on shooting 4 out of 7, 57% from the field. Now we're ready to go.
I've seen Evansville keep up this fast-paced tempo here, and it's working for them. They still have the lead.
Petty with it to Anslinger on the wing. Webster traveled with the basketball.
Boy, Webster doesn't think so. He thinks he kept his feet on the floor. Tough call.
Southern with a chance to tie it. 10-8 the score. 14:56 left to go in the first half. Salukis with Brooks, Young, Dale, Falker, and LaMar Owen on the court. Evansville staying in the man. Brooks. No, didn't go, and that'll go most times, but it did not fall. Wagner double team.
Good job at Dale to get over there.
Good rotation by the Saluki D. Anslinger with it, 18. Gore to Anslinger. 15-footer. No. Tony Young gets the rebound. Salukis can tie it with a 2. Brooks down low to Anslinger. He traveled with the basketball. Darren's trying to do too much. He's got the matchup he wants, but he's being a little bit too anxious down there.
Certainly is trying to back his way in there, move both feet, gets called for the walk. But
and Burton quickly comes in to replace Anslinger because now Burton's going to guard Darren Brooks, I guarantee it. Murfield didn't like that matchup at all. Wagner with it out high. Nice block. Great pass to Brooks from Dale.
There it is, nice pass, good look from Dale. Now maybe that'll get Darren started, an easy bucket there.
Southern ties it at 10. So they've withheld the early 7-0 rush. There's the double team, all alone Webster. And if he would have gone up right away, probably would have scored.
Evansville doing a great job of finding that open man.
LaMar, no, misses the bunny. Here comes Burton.
Well, he had a man, can't weave it through there.
Fast pace going on, 13-12 left to go. We're tied at 10. Hairston and Matt Shaw come in. Darren Brooks heads to the Pine with LaMar Owen. Fast pace, and that would, you would think, favor the Salukis with the thin bench of Evansville, but thus far we're just tied. Tony Young almost gets the reach-in steal.
See if Evansville can keep that pace up throughout the game. But I tell you what, they look like they're ready to play. They're excited. They want to take it to this Saluki ball club.
They like to play at home. You can tell that. Their energy is way up. 44 is Justin Petty, a 6'7" sophomore out of Indianapolis. That's Wagner with it now. Drew Gore. Burton, he likes to shoot the 3. Crossover, very nice, but he missed the shot. Southern can take the lead. Stetson with a beautiful move.
Nice move by Hairston to get it through some big guys there. A couple arms flailing at him up and off the glass.
12-10 Salukis now to 12:38 mark left in the first half. Those of you watching on Saluki Vision tonight, welcome. Burton kicks it out to Wagner. Off the glass. No. Rebound to Mike Dale. And the Aces have gone cold.
Not a bad look.
Wide open. Tony Young from the corner 3.
A quick shot by Young to get it over the outstretched hand of Wagner.
Burton. Fouls on Randall Falker. Matt Webster is a huge, huge guy down there on the block.
And they're getting physical down there. Randall just a little bit late to get around to try to stop the inside pass. Picks up his foul.
15 foul on Southern. Webster goes out. Strickland comes back in with Anslinger.
5 on Southern, just 1 on Evansville.
Saluki's leading at 15-10. Anslinger, nice
Boy, they're
pass.
moving that ball.
25 on the shot clock. Wagner working on Tony Young. Oh, Tony almost got the steal.
Good pressure by Tony. Nice defense by Southern.
Strickland has to come way out by the half-court line to get the ball.
Shot clock going down to 10 now.
Burton going to work on Stetson Hairston. 5 on the shot clock. Burton short. Rebounded to Matt Shaw. Great position by Shaw. Dogs have a 5-point lead and looking to build on it. Just ahead of immediate timeout. 11:15 clock running here in the first half. Dogs lead at 15-10. Tony Young, 3. No. Wagner. Strickland has had but 1 touch in this game so far. Anslinger with it. Knocked away. Here comes Stetson, 3-on-1. Tony Young for 2.
Good defense by Southern. Actually, probably a poor decision on that pass by Evansville. Everybody running the court. Southern gets the easy layup.
Burton for 3. No. Rebound, Matt Shaw.
I think that's the shot that Evansville needed to quiet this run.
Evansville is tired. Stetson for 3, short. Falker over the back. Second foul on Randall Falker. We've come to our second media timeout of the basketball game. The Salukis have come back from a 7-0 deficit and lead it by a score of 17-10. Back with more first half action from Roberts Stadium after this. Your support for Saluki basketball.
Support for this program comes from the SIU Alumni Association. SIU Alumni Association membership is open to alumni, students, and friends of the university. Benefits include a subscription to alumni publications, discounts at local and national restaurants and businesses, discounts at alumni events, invitations to members-only functions, and more. 453-2408 for more information.
And Saluki fans, get your questions answered and much more on Inside Saluki Basketball with Chris Lowery, a call-in show, January 20th at 8 o'clock p.m. Coach Lowery will be in the studios with your calls along with Brad Palmer. He'll serve as the host. That's Inside Saluki Basketball with Chris Lowery next Thursday at 8 o'clock.
Mike, sorry, Mike, I think we're going to see this pace slow down. Several of those Purple Aces players bending over, catching some air there during that timeout.
Anslinger, no, bad shot. And Shaw with his 3rd rebound. Saluki's looking to push it. Shaw. Good job.
Got away with a walk.
Brooks to the lane. No, he missed another one. He gets the rebound, though, and draws the foul. DB with the steal. I shouldn't say rebound. He got the steal and then went back up and drew the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Well, that's what Darren does. He just doesn't give up. You know, he missed the shot, might have forced one up, but just waits for that rebound to fall right to him and draws the foul.
Darren Brooks on the season is shooting free throws at an 80% clip. Nails it.
If that indeed is a steal, Darren Brooks has just tied Marcus Timmons for steals in a career at Southern Illinois. That's number 211.
Trying to push the lead up to 9, and he does. 19-10. Evansville led at one time 10-6. 13-0 run by the Salukis. Anslinger for 3, too strong. Rebound to Stetson Hairston. Here come the Dogs. Brooks. Knocked away by Strickland. Boy, he's got long arms. Saturday night, the Salukis take on Southwest Missouri State at the arena. It's First Bank night at the game. First Bank will be conducting a paper airplane contest at halftime. Your chance to win close to $500 in gift cards. That's Saturday night when the Dogs take on Southwest Missouri State at the SIU Arena.
Southern continuing to shoot over 50%, but in that since that first time out, Evansville has dropped from 57% shooting down to 28. They're 4 of 14 now from the field.
Tatum for three, nothing but net.
He'll
at
continue
the
the hot
buzzer.
shooting.
22-10. 16-0 run for Southern. There's it knocked away by Hairston. He'll take all the way, Wagner to the hoop.
Wagner might have just given up on that one.
At what point does Murfeld call timeout? Burton with it.
Southern looking
Knocked
for another
away
turnover.
again.
Evansville's just out of rhythm.
Oh, Brooks thought he had the steal, but he commits foul number 2. Maybe foul number 1. I gotta check that. Nope, just number 1. First foul, but they will go to the free throw line now. That's the 7th team foul on the Salukis. What a run by Southern. 18-0 run by the Salukis. It's 24-10.
Evansville's been stuck on 10 for quite a while. We saw Tatum hit that three-pointer. He comes in shooting 41% for Southern. That's number 3 all time at the university.
Webster, he'll shoot 2. He's a 67%er. He got it.
Well, they're off their 10 mark, but it's going to take free throws to do it, and I don't think they'll shoot enough of those all night. Southern does have the 7 fouls to only 2 for the Aces.
Matt Shaw playing exceptionally well early on here. Webster hits them both. So that ends the run. It's 24-12. 8:21 to go in the half. We're ahead of that media timeout.
Evansville remaining in the man-to-man.
I'm kind of shocked that they're doing this.
Absolutely.
Matt Shaw shooting over Webster. No, too strong. Here comes Burton. Trying to get it inside. That's Anslinger. Strickland with it. Oh, almost for Brooks. Burton kicks it to the corner. Wagner for 3. Yes.
Finally gets one to go. And that's just good ball movement by Evansville. Southern, of course, going for the steal, playing that pressure D. Sometimes you give up those shots.
24-15 now. Tatum wide open for 3. No. Warren had it. Couldn't control it. Goes back to the Aces. We've got a timeout on the floor. Evansville now has scored 5 straight points. They're back in it. Trailing by 9. The Salukis lead it 24-15. Back. .7:28 left to go in the half. The Salukis lead it by 9. It's 24-15. Hey, support for Saluki basketball is brought to you in part by First Cellular, a Southern Illinois company specializing in wireless data communication services throughout the communities of Southern Illinois. First Cellular is proud to be a continued supporter of SIU Saluki athletics. Doug Robinson, where are you in this stadium?
Well, Mike Triddle, over to your right shoulder, and I have got a young man who is the son of a famous person from here in Evansville, the baseball player that everybody knows, Don Mattingly. Don's son, Taylor, is with me tonight. And Taylor, are you a diehard Evansville fan?
I am. I love being out here. The Aces are great this year, playing great basketball. Everybody's happy to see all these people out here at the game, and hopefully they'll do well tonight and get a win.
And you are carrying on the family tradition. I understand you're playing baseball as well for the Yankees.
Yeah, I play for the minor league Tampa Yankees, single A, in Tampa, Florida, and I've been playing for 3 years now. I'm about to go back to spring training on February the 3rd for my 3rd year of spring training. Happy to be back there.
Well, that sounds good. Well, as you can see, right here at Evansville, we're having a great time, and we've even got some folks reminding us of summer just around the corner here as the Salukis taking on the Evansville Aces. Back over to you and Mike. And
thank you, Doug. Tony Young, being the bulldog that he is, forced Lucius Wagner to turn it over.
You can just see it in Tony's eyes sometimes. He just
smiles.
Penetrating.
Here we go. Dogs lead it by 9, 24-15. See if they can stem that little tide that the Aces are on. Crossover by Brooks, gets pushed away, and it still goes down. How about that? And I'm telling you, folks, he got shoved on that play. That should have been a 3-point play. No call by Ron Zetcher, the veteran official. Dogs back up by 11.
Watch Tony.
Drew Gore with it. Oh, he dragged his foot. Webster with it. To Andre Burton. Burton's got to provide some leadership here for these guys. Backing down Tony Young. Backing him down. Oh, and they called it on Tony. How about that?
Tony having a few words with the ref. Maybe just saying, hey, what did I do? You know, he'll take it. He'll accept the foul.
Tony doesn't say much.
No.
He lets his actions do the talking. Andre Burton to the line, a 65% free throw shooter. 6:33 left to go. 26-15. The Salukis lead this basketball game. Burton misses. Strickland goes over the back of Tony Young. They didn't call the foul, but they did call Strickland knocking it out of bounds.
And 26-15 here in the first half, Mike. Your leading scorers, Tatum and Young, each have 5 for Southern. The big 3 from Evansville. Burton with just 3, Webster with 4. Lucius Wagner's their leader with 5.
Craig Pfeiffer's into the game for the Aces. Tatum over Burton. No. Didn't follow his shot. Could have had an offensive rebound. Technical on Murfeld.
Oh, he is livid on that sideline.
It's just a matter of time, wasn't it? And he did it when Evansville was on offense, and that is a no-no.
I think he wants an explanation.
He wants some calls. Burton got into a little tete-a-tete, and no foul was called. And Murfeld said, should have been a foul. So Brooks, here it is right here, is with Tatum. Here's it back again. Watch the elbow by Burton right there. Now who's fouling who? Darren misses the first free throw.
I'm sure if Mr. Murfeld could see that replay, he might want to take that back.
He'll get another one.
He's still having a few words over there on the sideline.
Darren hits the second one. And the Saluki fans up in the corner of Robert Stadium applaud, applaud, applaud. There's about 300 Saluki fans here tonight, and the Dogs lead it by 12. Now let's see what happens with the fouls now. 6:08, clock running here to go in the first half. See if Murfeld's technical did the job.
Sometimes a coach will do that, try to get his team pumped up, do everything he can. Let's see if Evansville can put some more points on the board.
Handslinger.
Tough D.
To Burton.
They're just not moving as quick.
13 on the shot clock. Back to Gore for 3. Yes.
There's one way to do it. 27-18 now, back to a 9-point lead.
Drew Gore can shoot the basketball.
And with 5.5 to go in the first half, this is when Evansville needs to stop things and trim this lead, get a little closer.
Scores 15th 3 of the year. Lob down to Josh Warren, fouled inside by Craig Pfeiffer. And that's the 4th team foul on the Aces. First foul on Craig Pfeiffer. He is a 6'7" sophomore out of Staunton, Illinois. Southern nowhere near being in the bonus. On the other side of things, they're 2 fouls away from the double bonus for the Aces. And there's Lucius Wagner doing some holding.
And now, yeah, here's a foul on Wagner.
And that's 2, and that's big because that's 2 on Wagner. They don't have a lot of fouls, but Lucius has 2.
It's Steve Murfeld still working the refs.
He'll work them all game. He was the biggest, if you want to call it, whiner in the league last year. Everybody thought Bruce Weber was a whiner. Murfeld, and I guess maybe you get that treatment as a rookie coach, but boy, he got a lot of tees last year. Brooks to Tatum on the wing, or excuse me, Tony Young. 18 on the shot clock.
Owen really working inside, gets the inbound from Josh.
Great position by LaMar, great pass by Josh.
You find that the big man usually find their fellow big man down low. They like to get those inside passes.
Dogs up 11.
There's another foul.
And the crowd roars its approval.
So maybe Steve Murfeld has worked him over a little bit. But this a little closer.
If you look at the scoreboard, it's 9-5. Southern has been called for more fouls. Burton will go to the free throw line again, shooting 1 in the bonus. Southern leads it 29-18. Should be 29 on the score there. 4:56 left to go. Burton misses. Rebound, Josh Warren. Referee calls for a timeout. Ball's pretty wet with teams running up and down the floor. Lucius Wagner's going to come back in the basketball game, and Andre Burton will take a seat. And Wagner's got 2 fouls, so that is critical. If he gets his 3rd in this final 5 minutes, that's going to be a big detriment to the Aces in the second half.
See if Southern tries to take one at him. I'm sure Chris Lowery's let him know that he's got the 2 fouls.
Well, they had the back door with LaMar, couldn't get it to him. Brooks on the wing. Ten on the shot clock. Stetson's going to take Wagner to Brooks. Oh, wide open jumper, no. Tipped out, controlled.
Good job by Tony. If you can't get both hands on it, tip it back out. So we had Strickland go down.
Fell down. I think he hit his ankle. He's got to sit out because they called timeout. When they blow the whistle, he's got to come out of the basketball game.
He did get up slow, but
doesn't matter. They blew the whistle. He's got to come out.
Yep.
So 4:20 left. You see it on your screen. 33 as the Salukis got a new shot clock.
Well, you probably won't see Strickland sit over there for too long, and he's going to walk right back up to the bench, I think, get ready for another stop.
He needed a little rest. LaMar Owen with it out high. Back door, nothing there for LaMar. LaMar can get it. There's the lob. Kick out to Tony Young, wide open 3. No. Darren Brooks with the rebound. To LaMar. Jumper short. Oh, it falls. How about that?
Piss off the glass. LaMar with the medium range jumper again.
Dogs back up by 13. Their biggest lead was 14. Gore just blows by everybody and knocked out by Tony Young, and a foul on Tony Young. But he reached in, so it doesn't matter if he thinks he fouled him or not. They're going to call that every time. And we've come to our 3rd media timeout. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Folks, it's all Salukis. They lead it 31-18 on the road. We'll be back. Salukis lead it by 13. It's 31-18. Hey, support for this program comes from the SIU Alumni Association. SIU Alumni Association membership is open to alumni, students, and friends of the university. Benefits include a subscription to alumni publications, discounts at local and national restaurants and businesses, discounts at alumni events, invitation to members-only functions, and more. Call 453-2408 for more information.
Join us on our next telecast of Saluki basketball, SIU versus the Bears of Southwest Missouri State. That's Wednesday, January 26th, tip-off at 7:05. We'll begin our coverage at 7. SIU versus SMS coming in just 2 weeks on WSIU Public Television.
And as you know, or maybe you don't know, expenses for these broadcasts of away games are higher than ever before. Help us know how much you care about seeing these games by making a generous pledge right now. You can call 1-800-745-9748. Tony Young back on the bench after committing his 2nd personal foul. And to the free throw line is Justin Petty, a 93% free throw shooter.
Southern able to withstand the early Aces run, and this is the game they want to play now. They have that 12-point lead and just want to keep building.
Want to play well this final 3:40. Oh, Petty missed a free throw.
Dale wrestles one away.
How about that? And 90% are misses.
Got to miss sometime.
You're right. You're right. Hairston, Dale, Shaw, Brooks, and LaMar Owen on the floor. DB with it. Ten on the shot clock. Not much movement on the motion here. Brooks back to Stetson. 3.
Got 2 to shoot.
No. Rebound to Shaw.
Oh, he's walking all over, getting pushed around. What's going to be the call?
Finally called a foul on Burton. Oh, on Wagner, and that's 3.
There it is.
That's what I talked about.
Oh, boy. Well, that could have went either way.
Well,
Shaw got the rebound.
I think he was walking because he was getting shoved by Petty. And then Wagner reaches in, and they finally called it.
Murfeld is right in the air, the referee over there on that Evansville bench.
Shaw. Yes!
Good turnaround off the inbound.
Matt's got 2. Dogs by 14. They match their biggest lead of the game. And there's a hand check by Mike Dale, and they are calling it.
Well, Evansville can chip away if they can make some free throws here. Southern's got the 10. We've just under 3 minutes to play here.
Nobody has 3 fouls on the Salukis. Mike Dale, Tony Young, and Randall Falker all have 2. Jamaal Tatum's going to come back in for Mike Dale. Burton misses. So they're not making the most of these opportunities that Southern's given them either. And they got nobody to blame but themselves, because now fouls aren't even close.
LaMar Owen approaching double digits. He has 8, and Brooks has poured in 7 so far tonight.
Almost an air ball by Burton. And the Dogs lead it by 14, can take their biggest lead of the game if they can convert on the end here. Shaw with it. To LaMar.
They're going to wait, get a good look.
DB inside to Stetson. Nice by Stetson. Hairston goes right at the big guy, Strickland.
Nice ball fake, got Strickland up in the air. Almost could have been a foul.
And a foul on Stetson. And that's 2 on Stetson. Everybody has 2, except DB. Stetson was yelling, help, 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 all the way down the court. Now Burton will get a chance to shoot 2 more.
Explaining to the referee that the Evansville player was grabbing his jersey.
The score should be, folks, 35 to 20. 35 to 20 should be the score on your screen. Burton hit the first free throw. Hit them both. "30-second timeout taken. The score is 35 to 21 now, with 2:24 left to go in the half. Here's the breakdown. The Salukis with 2 fouls. Tony Young, Stetson Hairston, Randall Falker, and Mike Dale. Everybody else has 1.
And points-wise, Evansville struggling, still 6 of 19 from the field. That's just a 31% clip. Southern shooting at 50%. A couple of 3-pointers, with a couple from Tatum.
Let's listen into Lowery here. Chris Lowery is mic'd this game. The beauty of public television. Go ahead.
And over on the other side, it's Wagner, who's over there on the bench with 3 fouls. He's still the leading scorer for Evansville with 5.
He's out on the floor right now.
So get him back out there with 2:24 to go, Mike, and 3 fouls. Let's see what Southern does.
And Evansville has stayed with the man-to-man defense the entire half. And they're still with it. Maybe they're going to do a Rocky Balboa and, like, with 8 minutes left in the game, switch to southpaw zone.
Yeah, too hard.
Way too hard.
Sometimes those hard rebounds come right back to one of your players.
And that's not bad, because Southern can take another 35 seconds off the clock. And Murfield is just in the ear of the official on the opposite side. You can see him at the top of your screen, the little guy in the blue shirt,
yeah,
talking to the guy in the striped shirt. He wants every possession there to be a foul on the Salukis. 10 on the shot clock. Brooks working on Anslinger to Tatum. Jamaal. Somebody's got to shoot it. LaMar will.
Off the back iron, looks like they're going to
get Shaw.
Shaw with the push-off.
Yes.
Boy, he and Brooks both had good position.
I thought so too. First foul on Matt Shaw.
So we'll walk back to the other end.
And it'll be the big guy, Strickland, who has how many touches in this game so far? Tell you what, he doesn't have a point.
Yeah, Strickland scoreless.
Missed his only free throw attempt, or missed his only shot attempt. This is his first free throw attempt.
And he was the guy we talked about coming in with that 24, his career high against Northern Iowa, but you know what? I think the Salukis knew that too.
Missed the free throw. They are 5 for 10, I think, at the line, unofficially, in the game. Minute 35 to go. Dogs lead it by 14. Made the second one. So Strickland gets his first point of the game at the 18-26 mark. Southern needs a basket here. Mike Dale.
You know, they hit 3 or 4 of those free throws, and they've got it down to a single-digit lead. Trailed by 13 now.
Brooks with it. Gets the pick. Hits the 3. No, misses the 3. Shaw taps it off of Matt out of bounds. Minute 13 to go. Dogs lead it by 13.
If Evansville can get on the board, they'd love to cut it to 10 going into the half, but they're struggling from three-point range. Struggling all over the court lately.
Wagner working on Tatum, and Lucius can't do any pull-up drives. Webster working on Shaw. Those are some big
how about
boys.
that?
And here we yes,
go.
It is. My goodness.
And, we got a cut. Webster bleeding in the forehead.
That's 2 fouls on Matt Webster. 7th team foul on the Aces, but we don't shoot charging fouls. Here's the replay right here.
Big bodies.
Oh, man. He just headbutted him, WWE style. And Webster stays in the game. I'll wipe that off.
He must have
got 2 fouls, though. So Southern, yeah, Webster has to come out of the game with blood. Then Petty comes in. He's got to come out at least for a possession until the next whistle. Matt Shaw's bleeding at the mouth. Southern will probably try to take as much time off the clock in this possession as they can.
I think Shaw went down, but it looks like Webster might have got the worst of that one.
I don't know where Webster thought he was going to be able to go. I really don't. Shot clock at 12. Made him, blows down. Oh, blocked from behind by Burton. And Murfeld wants a charge. He's never happy, folks. He's down all the way on the baseline. Where's my charge? 6 seconds left. Mike Dale, 4-3, too strong air ball.
Brooks nearly with the
LaMar
rebound.
Owen, 2 seconds. Tatum. No, rebound, Dale. And he's fouled by Justin Petty. My goodness.
Petty had him wrapped up all the way around. Oh, it's getting physical down there. And Dale and Shaw are 2 guys I don't think I would want to tangle up with.
No, Mike Dale's the free throw line. He'll shoot 1 on the bonus. Mike is not a good free throw shooter on the season. 44%, 4 out of 9. Hits it. So he's back to 50%. He is a good shooter, but he has struggled from the line this year at 5 out of 10. Dogs up 14, 36-22.
It's his first point of the night, looking for 2.
Got it. So let's see if the Dogs can play some defense here this final 18 seconds of the first half.
They're going to put some pressure on.
They've got their biggest lead of the game at 15.
No shot clock, 10 to go.
Burton to Drew Gore, into the lane, kicks it back out to Burton. Real bad shot. Out of bounds to the Salukis with 1.2 left. Southern will have at least a 15-point lead at halftime. Let's see what they can do in the final 1.2.
See if Tatum might throw one up. Nope.
He's not even going to take a shot. So we've come to the end of the first half, and it's been a great first half by the Salukis. After falling behind 7-0, they are dominating the first half, leading it 37-22. After falling behind 7-0, it's all Salukis. Doug Robinson is trying to get Coach Lowery over there. We're getting our camera over there. And let's go see what Doug and Coach Lowery have to say. Doug.
Well, Coach, a little crazy things happening there right before the half of the technical foul, and then all of a sudden you're looking over there and you've got a 15-point lead going into the halftime. What do you think's going on?
Well, we just need to play through the referees, play through the emotion in this gym tonight. We just got to stay poised and keep focused on playing hard.
Coach Murfield giving a lot of grief over there to the refs over there. Maybe he's going to get another technical. I know the emotions are running high. How are you keeping the control of the guys over on the bench?
We've got veteran guys, and the older kids are kind of taking control, making sure everybody else stays cool.
Got it. And I know you've wrapped up. I noticed you're staying out of foul trouble. You doing a good job on that? Anything you can attribute to that tonight?
Well, we've got several guys with 2, so hopefully we can just, maintain our focus and not play with our hands off.
All right, Coach, we know you got to go, so take on off, man. Good luck to you in the second half. Well, that's a story right here, as you know, right here at the halftime. Saluki's out to a surprising lead after just being picked by a lot of folks to be behind on this one, and they lead it going into halftime, 37-22. All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes with a little bit more information for you. And right now, let's take it back to Thad and Mike, and we'll give you some more information. All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Doug. We are at halftime. The score is the Salukis 37, the Evansville Aces 22. We've got some halftime goodies for you coming up in just a few. We'll be back to Roberts Stadium after this. When both teams were in the college division, it was an unbelievable rivalry. Just an hour and a half apart, and That man is right. They were sellout crowds almost every time they played.
And you know, you consider Southern, probably their rival was Creighton, but Evansville considers Southern their rival, and it all dates back to some of those games they used to have, you know, 20, 30 some years ago back in there. And you know, still some bad blood between these close teams.
Well, you can tell by the play in the first half. That was a scrappy, to say the least, half of basketball. But the good thing is the good guys are on top by 15, 37-22.
And I'm sure Coach Lowery, probably what he said in there was, don't let up, keep it going.
We're listening to Coach Lowery right now in the huddle.
Shoot it if he gets him up the lane. Throw it over the top. Finish. Okay. Here we go. Let's go.
37-22 is the score, and the Salukis do get the ball to start the second half. So not only do they have the lead at 15, but they get the ball first as well. Southern will go with its starting five: Tatum, Brooks, Hairston, Warren, and Owen. Evansville doing the same: Strickland, Webster, Burton, Anslinger, and Lucius Wagner.
Stetson Hairston's start tonight moves him up to all alone in 5th place. 107 career starts, just passes assistant coach Shane Hawkins and Wayne Abrams.
Lob it down to Josh. And a push off on Josh Warren. So here we go.
Foul number 1 in the second half. 11 seconds into it.
It's Josh's second foul.
Tatum will apply a little full court pressure.
Lucius Wagner has 3 fouls for the Aces. Webster down low, jump hook, no, rebound, LaMar Owen. And Southern, rebounding the basketball, has 25 to Evansville's 14. The Dogs are doing the job on the boards in this game. Lob it to LaMar. Josh is wide open.
Good look.
Tatum, corner. Bingo for 3.
That's just ball movement, find the open man. Somebody's getting double teamed, somebody's got to be open. You just got to find him.
18-point lead for the Salukis, just underway here in the second half, and Burton almost leaves it behind. Lob it down to Strickland.
Good help by Warren.
Webster scores. Webster is a load in there.
Saw Warren drop off of his man, and they left Webster open.
Salukis have 3 threes in the game. Beautiful by Stetson Hairston.
Hey, if they're going to give it to you, take it. Nobody coming over to help on the baseline.
Stetson's got 8. Anslinger misses. Here comes Tatum. Look at him blow down the lane.
And that's just quickness, pure quickness by Tatum.
Wagner couldn't touch him.
Nope.
Dogs lead it by 20.
Take it to him, keep taking it to Wagner. Get that 4th foul. Got away with something.
Strickland, no, rebound LaMar Owen. Strickland still scoreless from the field. He has a free throw. Dogs lead it by 20.
Still the man-to-man.
Brooks to the hoop. Draws the foul from Anslinger. See if they call it on the floor or the shot. 2 shots. Called the foul on Andre Burton. So Brooks to the free throw line to shoot 2. Got the first one.
4 or 5 tonight from the line for DB.
Darren's got 8. Here's the drive. There's Burton's reach in. Yeah, he definitely got him. Jamaal Tatum went to the bench for Tony Young as Brooks comes with his 9th point of the game. And Darren is ever so close to a double-double tonight. He had 5 assists at halftime. Foul on Tony Young. And this is almost getting silly now.
This will be the 2nd foul on Southern.
Brooks has 5 free throws, 9 points, and 5 assists.
Mike Dale up off the bench. That's Young's 3rd.
Dale's got 2 fouls as well. Salukis may have to go to a zone. Not. Wagner.
I don't know if that's in their playbook.
To trigger it. Down by 22. Anslinger. Out to Webster. Down low, and a steal by LaMar. Slows it up. Yep. Brooks. Knocked out of bounds by one of the aces underneath, either Strickland or Webster, and Salukis keep it with 26 on the clock. Dale gets in the lane. 20 on the shot clock. Mike Dale.
Southern needs to just keep moving.
Not a good look. Not a good pass at all. Brooks with the pick. How about that? He is just so...
Let up one little bit and Darren will do that.
He is so sly. Strickland gets it down to Webster, and they're going to call that on Josh Warren.
Hand straight up, might have gave him a little hip move.
That's 3 on Josh.
Well, the fouls start to build up.
Yeah, but so does the lead. It's a 24-point lead at the 17:01 mark. Falker comes in, and Randall's got 2 fouls. Say that about everybody but Darren Brooks and LaMar Owen. Tatum's only got 1, so we'll play with a 3-guard offense and maybe just play with 3 guys. Anslinger hits. He's got 5. Came in averaging just under 10. Dogs lead by 22. LaMar with it to Brooks. Darren. To Randall. No hurry. No hurry. Shot clock to 15. Brooks. No. May have had Randall Falker for a jam if he would have gone back to him.
You just watch DB, though. He just keeps moving non-stop.
Over to Drew Gore. Burton for 3. Short. Rebound controlled by Randall Falker. And the Dogs are all over the boards. Brooks. Oh, he just wouldn't. Oh,
LaMar Owen
Webster
goes down, but he's right back up. Good inside look, and look who's got it.
Oh, what a great
Owen.
hustle play by LaMar Owen. Goes flying into the crowd, and the folks at the arena would be on their feet, and the folks here at Roberts Stadium are on their feet in the corner. We've come to our first break of the second half. 15:58 to go. The Dogs have increased their lead. It's 22 points, 48-26. You see the score, 48-26. The Salukis on top, 15:58 left to go. Because our broadcasts of away games are on satellite, we're helping the Salukis to connect with alums all over the country and to reach a national audience. Help WSIU Public Television share our Saluki pride. Call now, 1-800-745-9748. And thank you. Doug Robinson, where are you now?
Well, believe it or not, I have found somebody who is the leader of Carbondale, Mayor Brad Cole. Brad, you traveled across the Wabash to come see the Salukis play, and you're seeing a good game.
Absolutely. I went all the way to Hawaii and Las Vegas. Evansville's an easy trip.
I heard that. What do you think about this lead? A lot of people thought the SIU Salukis would be behind after beating, almost being in that competition with Purdue and the Aces. And now look at them. They're ahead over these Aces of purple.
Evansville's been playing well, but Salukis came to win tonight, and they're doing a good job of it.
Well, you heard it right there from Mayor Brad Cole, just another person that's come across to see the Salukis across the Wabash. Let's go back to Thad Mike.
Another foul, as we saw Mike Dale having it out with Andre Burton, and fouls are piling up on the Salukis now, 4-1 here in the second half. It's a good thing they lead by 22. Gore with it. To Webster, knocked away. Petty.
Nearly had Webster on the cut.
Yeah, they did have him if they could have got him the ball. Burton with it. LaMar Owen with that soccer goalie kick. Gets a new shot clock. Brooks comes in to replace Mike Dale, who has to leave with 3 fouls. Dale and Warren and Tony Young all have 3 fouls. Brand new shot clock, 15:35 on the game clock. Webster with it. Andre Burton. Anslinger, short. Nobody checked out.
Couple bodies on the floor.
Gore can't come back in after being out of bounds. That'll go to the Salukis, and LaMar Owen and Falker and Brooks were all down on the play. And the floor is wet now. And the Dogs lead it by 22, and Chris Lowery now is in the ear of Ron Zetcher saying, hey, how about giving me some on my end?
Here's Chris Lowery mic'd up there. Well, you got to look out for your players. You don't want to see your guys going down.
22-point lead. Dogs looking for their 4th conference win of the year. 2nd straight on the road. .13 on the shot clock. Hairston.
No man's land there.
Too many steps there.
This is not the association. No
That
NBA rules.
That is the 7th turnover by the Salukis. Evansville has committed 11. Matt Shaw comes into the game for LaMar Owen. Webster leaves for the Aces. Justin Petty back in, as is Lucius Wagner. Gore for 3. Short. Rebound to Matt Shaw. It's been a horse tonight on the boards. Tatum throws it away to Gore. Foul on Shaw. And I don't know why Matt did that. They had the numbers, they had everything, and Matt just kind of reached in to knock it away, and he fouled a 90%er.
It's like he couldn't get stopped there.
It's his 2nd foul.
You're right, Mike. They're going to slowly add up here.
Still a 22-point game, though. 14:23 left to go. Gets to a point where you're too far behind to even bother with the free throws. Petty hits.
Evansville 8 of 14 from the line now.
Goes for his 2nd one. Got it. Burton in for Anslinger. 48-28. It was a 15-point lead at half. It's now 20. So the Dogs have won the first 6 minutes here in the 2nd half. Brooks curling around. Who's that on? Burton? Petty?
On Evansville.
It's on Burton. It's his 3rd. He and Wagner both with 3. Steve Murfield shakes his head. What, they only foul on one end of the floor, Coach? Here we go, Dogs with it. New shot clock, Tatum. Up over Drew Gore, no. Hey, Bradley Strickland's in the game. He came down with a rebound.
He's got about that many points, too.
His 2nd rebound of the game. Gore with it. 20-point lead. Burton. Backing down Tatum. Jumps over, misses. Rebound to Stetson Hairston. .35 to go. 48-28. Falker. Stuffed. Jump ball. Evansville basketball. Turnover on the Salukis. Randall did not want to shoot that shot. You know he didn't. No. But he got caught in no man's land. Was going to be called for 3 seconds. So he said, oh, okay.
With the big man Strickland on him, he just had to put it up.
And it went right back in his face. You could just see that going. There was a shot at Coach Murfeld. Down 20. Lucius Wagner with it. Almost commits another turnover. Wagner's got 3 turnovers in the game.
They're going to foul away
on
from the
Falker.
ball.
John Randall, that's 3. That's the 6th team foul on the Salukis.
I think what you want to see if you're Southern is just keep your composure. You have a 20-point lead, but don't get lazy. Play your game. Even work on some of the things you know that they've kind of struggled a little bit lately with some turnovers and getting lazy with the ball. But just play your game.
Jamaal Foster's got 5 fouls to give. Burton with it. Anslinger back to Burton. A long 3. Yes.
Well, they might give him that one.
That is not out of his range for Wagner.
Foster working hard down low.
I said it was Burton. It was Wagner on the 3. .15 on the shot clock. 17-point lead. That's what it was at halftime. Brooks. DB Up in the air, short, gets his own rebound and scores.
There it is again, never give up.
Wagner, ooh, almost threw it away. Petty into the lane, kicks it out to Drew Gore for three.
Back-to-back threes by the Aces. They're going to take a timeout, maybe regroup. It's down to 16, 50-34.
It's a 30-second timeout, 50-34. Although it will be a full timeout on the floor, it's a 30-second timeout charge to Evansville. And they've made a little bit of a run here. Back-to-back threes by Wagner and Drew Gore. And all of a sudden, it's to a 16-point lead. Southern had it as many as 22 in the basketball game. Here's a replay of Petty kicking it out to Drew Gore.
Tatum just trying to get out there a little late. Open look. You also want to see Southern just keep the defensive pressure. There's Brooks. Just he does it all. Does not give up. Follows his own shot, and that's what makes him a great player.
He's got at least 6 or 7 rebounds. He's over double digits in points. He had 5 assists coming into the halftime here. He could get a triple-double if things go this way. Let's listen in with Chris Lowery.
Got more space. 2 threes in a row. 6-0 run. That's not our basketball down there. We got to fight through and keep playing hard. Don't worry about fouls. You got to play. Shutouts is key to our victory. It's defense versus offense. Let's go. Our defense now. Suck it up and play. Pro cut double next time down on here, okay?
That about says it all.
Defense.
Defense versus offense, and the defense in the first half was phenomenal. The defense has been good here in the second half. Evansville only has, what, 12 points here in the second half, and we've played 8 minutes, so that's not bad, and they've hit back-to-back threes.
That's what Southern does, let the defense create the offense. They've been forcing up some shots there on the offensive end. Just get down here, stop Evansville, those 2 threes that have put them back up to still down by 16, but closing the gap a little bit.
And we're just ahead of immediate timeout. It's 12:05 on the clock, so the next stoppage of play, there will be immediate timeout. 50-34. 50-34 is the score. That last 3 by Drew Gore did not get put up on our screen. Tatum to Brooks.
Constant
over to
movement.
corner.
There's
Stetson. No. Tip. Shaw. No. Rebound. No.
Oh, and there's a block. Oh, they're going to call a block on Tatum.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
He was there first and then kind of got the elbow on the follow through.
So we'll go to our media timeout. 11:45 left to go in the regulation. We'll call it regulation now. Evansville is creeping back in, but it's still the Dogs in control. 50-34. We'll be back after this. $11:45 left to go in the ball game. It's 50-34 Salukis. Join us on our next telecast of Saluki basketball, SIU versus the Bears of Southwest Missouri State. Wednesday, January 26th, tip-off at 7:05. We'll begin our coverage at 7. SIU versus SMS coming in just 2 weeks on WSIU Public Television.
Support for Saluki basketball is brought to you in part by First Cellular, a Southern Illinois company specializing in wireless data communications services throughout the communities of Southern Illinois. First Cellular is proud to be a continued supporter of SIU Saluki athletics.
50-34 is our score. It was 17.5, so Evansville has gained 1 point back here in about 8 minutes and 15 seconds of playing time. They're going to be at the free throw line as well, as Tatum was called for the foul. It was Jamaal's second personal foul. At the free throw line is Drew Gore. He's an 80% free throw shooter on the season. Came in shooting just 8 out of 10. They don't shoot a lot of free throws, but when they do shoot them, they usually make them, although they've struggled tonight as a team.
That's his first free throw attempt tonight. They're 3 for 3 in the second half. They were just 7 for 13, 54% in the first half. Makes them both. So it's 50-36.
Now we got a ball game, 50-36 the score. This is where Evansville needs to make a run. It's where the Salukis need to knuckle down and get a couple of shots to fall. That one did not fall. Back to the Aces.
Aces ball, and this crowd's starting to get into it.
Warren and Owen in, Foster and Shaw out, so the 2 freshmen leave, the 2 seniors come back in. Eric Ottens is into the game for the first time for the Aces. 6'7" junior out of Morrisonville. Also back in is Bradley Strickland. Here we go. Aces on a mini run here.
Southern's thinking turnover here.
They've scored 8 points in a row. Otten. Down low. And he missed the shot. And how about Petty over the back of LaMar? No call. Clock goes under 11. Dogs need a bucket. Josh with it out high. To LaMar. See if Southern can get a backdoor cut here. Almost got the three-point play, but he drew the foul. And Stetson will go to the free throw line as Ottens comes in and commits a foul. So Hairston to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
Stetson
here it is again.
The foul. Strickland. There it is. Both arms got it. See if they get off this 50 mark. Nope.
Missed the first one. Salukis were 7 out of 8 in the first half from the free throw line. They've been shooting free throws very well as a team. 72% on the season. Stetson made the second one. They're off that schneid.
Tony Young will check back in. Looks like
somebody's got to leave. It's going to be Stetson. Yes, Stetson's going to leave.
Finally heads to the bench.
Wagner on the move for the Aces. They want to get it to Petty. Burton. Step under, no. Rebound, Burton.
On board.
Score.
That's not Saluki defense. Giving up the offensive rebound. Same guy.
13-point lead. This small crowd finally getting into the game. Knocked away by Strickland. The Dogs will keep it, and you can't lob it over Brad Strickland.
Bad pass. He gets those arms up, and you're not going to get anything over the top of him.
People think Darren Brooks has long arms. They haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah.
Tony Young with it.
Good idea to work it into the post, but not with a pass like that.
12 on the shot clock. Lob it down to LaMar. There's a foul underneath on Petty.
LaMar was wrapped up on the inbound lob. See, that wasn't Strickland. They didn't try to throw it over the top of him.
No, you can throw it over Petty. Webster's coming back in for Petty. Here's the lob.
And then the foul on the push tied up LaMar a little bit.
It's too bad because he made the basket. Would have been nice to.
Nice,
Warren. Josh Warren. Oh, you couldn't get it to fall. Salukis get the rebound, though. They get a new shot clock. Josh did everything but finish.
Yep.
He blew right
with
by.
the left hand.
Blew right by Strickland. Tony Young to Tatum. Jamaal
Quick
wide
release.
open. Yes.
Nice shot.
For three.
Tatum gives a little fist pump. Now quiet this crowd a little bit.
Back up to 16. Burton. Down to Strickland. Nice pass. Foul on Tony Young with the body. Good call. That's 4 on TY.
Good look by Strickland. And like I said, the post players, they kind of know where each other is. They don't get the ball inside too much. So when your fellow post player has it, you want to look for that other guy. And Tony did have Webster wrapped up.
Tony can't get any minutes tonight. He's played about 14 in the ball game. And he's got 4 fouls. He's not happy, but there was no question there was the foul. And Webster now will shoot one of the bonus. Got it.
And we've been talking about their struggles from the line all night, starting to heat up a little bit here in the second half. That's 8 fouls on Southern.
And they're scoring without the clock moving, and that's critical for Evansville here. Missed the second one. Rebound to LaMar. So the Dogs lead it by 15. That's what it was at halftime. Evansville's got nothing off the score. Southern's got to start moving on offense. 13 on the shot clock.
Nobody's going to have to put it up. 3.
Stetson, no. Oh, Josh was right in there. There was no foul. Here comes Wagner.
They've got an extra man. Warren get up the court now. There, Webster. see if Coach Lowery wants a timeout. It's a 13-point game.
No reason to panic. 13-point game. We're approaching immediate timeout.
He's telling them to keep moving.
Just need a basket.
Brooks nearly tied up. Look at Owen and Webster banging underneath. Boy. And Brooks
foul
is
on
tripped.
Wagner. No, on Burton, and that's 4. 4 on Andre Burton. Welcome to critical time. Burton out, and he's their slasher. He's the guy who can get them back in this basketball game. Here's the foul right there, the reach in by Burton. Only the 15th foul on the Aces, so the Salukis will get a brand new shot clock, and they have the basketball. Lead it by 13, 54-41.
The inbound passes worked pretty well a couple times in the first half. We saw the last one into Warren. Keep giving it to him.
Boy, LaMar Owen is working like a dog underneath, isn't he, with Webster?
We'll see if they let him continue to play a physical game down low.
Here comes Jamaal, looking for 3, short.
Warren sneaking under.
Yes.
Up there.
Josh makes it go. Back up to a 15-point lead.
You could tell when that came off it was going to be short. Josh saw it too.
Don't forget Wagner has 3 fouls himself, and that was a quick 3 by Ottens. That can't be what Steve Murfeld wanted out of that possession. 15-point lead.
Yeah, that one arcing up there high. Well, Southern wants another easy basket here. Keep building on this lead.
They want all easy baskets.
They'll take their time too.
13 seconds on the shot clock.
Tatum running baseline.
Down to 10. Jamaal to LaMar.
Good.
Jumper. Yeah!
Gets it to roll.
LaMar in double figures with 10.
He's been doing that all night.
17-point lead.
Now I hear nothing from this Evansville crowd, Mike.
They're pretty silent now. Down to Webster.
Oh, good look. Tatum in there.
Oh, goes off to Jamaal out of bounds.
Nearly in a headlock.
We've come to immediate timeout. 7 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in this one. It's all Salukis, 58-41. We'll be back. Douglas Robinson, where are you now? Doug, we can't hear you. Your mic's not working, so we're going to take it back here to the live action with Evansville inbounding the basketball. 22 seconds on the shot clock. 7:05 remaining in the basketball game. Salukis leading it by 17 points. Ottens to inbound it. To Strickland. That's Gore. Oh, Strickland misses the dunk. How about
affected that one a little bit.
How about that? Creighton missed 2 dunks on Sunday. What is it with dunking on the Dogs? Nobody's allowed to do it. Matt Shaw in.
So the rim's still shaking a little bit, but you don't get any points for that.
Tell you what, he was wide open. Tatum with it. Lob it down to Matt.
Tough pass.
Nice pass to DB. Over Strickland for 2. What a feed by Shaw.
That's just great court awareness. He saw Brooks coming and a good cut by DB.
Salukis back up by 19 now. Down to Strickland. Yeah, one. LaMar pushed him.
You saw him kind of jump straight up, and all of a sudden he's 3 feet.
Strickland's first field goal of the game.
Wow.
Steve Murfeld going, I never thought I'd see another night like this. They're down 17. He can cut it to 16. Burton's got to come back in with 4 fouls, and Wagner's coming back in too. Strickland, no, rebound. Stetson, Hairston, and their free throw shooting woes continue as well. So the Dogs lead it by 17. It was 15 at halftime. DB with it. To Matt Shaw. Over to Darren. He can take Anslinger. Shaw. Oh, yeah! And the foul on Strickland. The freshman takes Strickland to the hoop and scores.
Matt Shaw just using his strength, his athleticism, going around Strickland. Couple dribbles, goes up, draws the foul, and enough strength to get the bucket.
Great positioning by Matt to keep Strickland off his shoulder and gets it to go down. And he misses the free throw, and people are already starting to leave Robert Stadium. Wow. Ottens for three.
Long.
Burton, nice rebound.
It's only the purple shirts leaving the crowd, Mike. It's, the fans that made the trip over here want to stick around to see this Southern win.
17-point lead. Tatum. Stetson, Hairston, Jamaal.
And Owen still going down low.
That was not a bad pass. LaMar
Great
streaks.
hustle, nice pass.
And he tried to save it. He's everywhere tonight on the floor.
And look at this Southern crowd. That's what they'd be doing at home too. On their feet for the hustle for LaMar Owen. Doesn't stop.
The senior leadership is really coming big time tonight. Wagner with it. He's got 3 fouls. Burton's back in the game with 4 fouls. Down to Webster, and Shaw gets the steal, and Webster looks back at Ron Zetcher. Says, how can that not be a foul? Under 5 minutes to go in the basketball game. Southern in control. Evansville was undefeated at home before this one.
And you know, Southern seems like they like to play here. They'd won 12 of 13, 5 straight, looking for 6.
DB dishes off to LaMar. Yes!
High off the glass.
And a big assist from Brooks.
Uses those long arms.
Webster lobs it down to Strickland. Brad Strickland now has 5 points.
But when these guys are on, Mike, they're fun to watch, and you can't stop them.
17-point lead, 64-47, approaching our final media timeout. Shaw, oh, he had it going.
Nearly walked, was bobbling the ball.
The ball got knocked away by Strickland. Murfeld wanted another foul call. Shot clock at 7. Somebody's got to do something fast. Brooks in the lane. Gets his own rebound. Oh, he almost got it to fall. Here comes Burton.
Take a charge. Good job by Owen.
Can he hang in the air, huh? Andre Burton with 11. Steve Murfeld calls timeout. It's a 15-point game where we were at halftime, and let's listen to Chris Lowery.
What is this? I'm going to call timeout. You also got 2 wires. Pay attention. Stetson, DB, JT, Matt Shaw, Josh, Michigan State. Darren, you walk him in, throw it. Both of you guys, go get him. Stetson, you go. Darren, you just take it, okay? Michigan State on this side, right-hand side. Michigan State, start out and go.
Okay, it's going to be Darren Brooks going one-on-one after they get the ball into the front court. See what happens here. It's called the Michigan State play. Stetson will bring it up. Darren will come off a pick and work his magic one-on-one with either Burton or Lucius Wagner. Trying to draw the foul. Here we go. It's Burton, so we'll see what happens here. This should be good.
And the man-to-man didn't work tonight for Evansville.
No, it did not. DB with it.
Well, they must have known he was getting to a lot of pressure here.
It's all right.
They need to get a turnover. They need to stop Southern.
Plenty of time left. Southern's in no hurry. Now they called motion.
Oh, Brooks is wide open. Can't get it to him.
Pullback jumper, no. Rebound to Burton. Oh,
Tatum.
And they called that on Jamaal.
But not a bad defensive effort. He was spinning around.
I'm telling you, Jamaal did not touch Andre Burton that time. But Burton has his 13th point. We come to a media timeout. Final media timeout, 64-51 the score, 3:09. 64-51 the score. Andre Burton will be at the free throw line to try to bring Evansville to as close as it's been in this basketball game since, about the 13-12 minute mark of the first half. They're trying to get within 12. It's 64-51.
Seems like a long time ago they had that 7-0 lead.
Free throw, no good. Rebound to Matt Shaw.
All Southern from there on out.
They just can't make free throws. Southern can take just about 35. Hell, they're going to press now. Burton's got 4 fouls.
And they get a turnover off the pressure. And transition bucket. No.
Burton got the follow. Burton's got 15. Remember, I'm the one who said he could bring them back.
Yeah, and now it's 11.
And he can bring them back.
Evansville will give it one more try. Try to get a spark, and there's a turnover, a steal. Oh, we're going to get a
foul on Stetson. Wow. Stetson's coming out. Tatum's going in, I think.
Well, Mike, if they hit their free throws, it's a closer game. He hits these two. It's down to 9
single
points.
digits. Yep. If he makes them. He's going to get 2. Wagner on the season, 72% free throw shooter.
Hasn't shot any yet tonight.
Made it. Lucius Wagner has 9. Stetson coming out. That was not a very senior thing that he did last time down the floor. Southern doesn't need points. They need to run the clock and then get a good shot.
Young in there with 4. Warren with 3. Tatum checks back in. He's got 3 fouls.
Shot by Wagner. Yes. It's a 9-point game.
There's some of those people that left might want to come back in. 9 points. Pressure by Evansville. Southern spreading the floor.
12 on the shot clock. Southern's got to get a shot now.
They want to get a bucket.
Good and a foul. Good and a foul. Great play by Darren Brooks.
Count it. Boy, if that's a momentum stopper, how about the old traditional 3-point play? Going up strong. DB does that all the time with the one hand. Off the glass, just
there it is. Petty was not set. Off the glass for 2. 3-point play, yes.
Make it 3. And Coach Lowery's going to call a timeout.
Brooks has 18 points on the night now. That was a huge 3-pointer. It's back to double digits, 67-55, 2:04 left. Let's listen in with Coach Lowery here.
Chair. Get a chair. This is what we got. Darren. Darren's right here. T.Y. JT, you start right there. Josh, Matt Shaw. Darren, when you throw it, T.Y. sprint. Now, they're going there, they're going there. We got to make this one guy right here make a decision. Is he going to guard Darren or is he going to guard Jamaal, okay? Everybody got it? So now when the ball goes there, Matt Shaw's out. Josh, you're in. What? That's Tony.
Now that's kind of interesting. Coach Lowery knows we're going to play good defense. He's already working on what we're going to do next time we have the ball on offense. He's thinking, get a stop, come down, run a play for Darren, because Evansville's going to have to do something defensively to decide who's going to guard Darren, and then Southern goes into its motion and hopefully gets another bucket.
Well, you heard him. If they're on Darren, Jamaal will be out there. Matt Shaw can step out, but Coach is going with the offensive mindset here. But
again, the Salukis back in action Saturday night against Southwest Missouri State. 7:05 tip-off, its first bank night. And there will be an airplane contest at halftime. You'll pick up a flyer before the ball game, make it into a paper airplane, and sail it down onto the floor at halftime and try to win the grand prize of $250 in a gift card. That's Saturday night, 7:05 against Southwest Missouri State. Anslinger with it. Webster, they need a 3. 2s aren't going to help them. Oh, they're going to call that on Matt Shaw. I don't believe that one. and the Saluki coaches on the bench are just laughing.
So Shaw's
laughing.
Well, it does stop the clock.
Murfeld definitely got into the referee's ears. Webster to shoot 2. Makes the first one. He's in double digits with 11. Their leading scorer, Burton, with 15, who's not even in the game right now. He's coming back in now, though. Made them both. coming in for Eric Ottens. See if they make this a free throw contest the rest of the way.
Yeah, Evansville's in the double bonus. The Aces have 7 fouls, so Southern will get the 1-1.
Handslinger, here comes the double.
Somebody's got to move.
Timeout by Brooks. Good recognition of the double team coming at him, but nobody for the Salukis came to help. 30-second call.
Here we go, right here.
30-second timeout. Let's listen in to Coach Lowery.
Darren, Matt, Josh. Who is this? T.Y. JT. T.Y. you fake, then you go right there. JT, go hit him. Take care of the ball, guys. Make them foul you. Step through, be tough with the trap. Look in the middle. Get in the middle. One of you guys got to get in the middle.
The middle is always open when they're trapping in the corners. So now Southern's got to get the ball in bounds. See if Evansville maybe fouls on the inbound play to keep the clock stopped and put Southern at the free throw line. Southern's got 5 pretty darn good free throw shooters out there right now. Josh has it.
Oh. Boy, you don't want to be in that corner.
Again.
Cut by Tatum, kicks it back out.
Fouled. Strickland or Burton? Who are they going to give it to? If it's Burton, he's out of the game. It's Andre Burton. He's done. Fouls out with 15 points.
Listen to Coach Lowery over there in the huddle. Does anybody go by their first name? You got DB, JT, TY, everybody over there.
So the Salukis have not shot many free throws in the game. They shot, what, 8 in the first half. They were 7 out of 8 in the first half. And they've only shot a couple or 3 here in the second half. And at the free throw line will be Jamaal Tatum as Drew Gore comes in for Burton. Tatum will be at the free throw line, shooting 1 in the bonus. Jamaal on the season, 72% from the line. Bingo. He made some big ones last Sunday at Creighton. Jamaal's got 14 points on the night now. Brooks leads all scorers with 18. And his huge three-point play, huh?
Southern going to prevent the long ball, the quick play. Shaw and Warren already back for D.
Jamaal got them both. Wagner with it now. They need some threes.
Shaw and Strickland banging down low. It's been a physical
to
game.
Wagner. Boy, they're taking a lot of time to get one shot off. Wagner pushes off. No.
Not the shot they wanted.
Rebound to Josh Warden.
I would foul him. Well, the hands of Tatum.
They can foul a lot of guys, but this one's over, but the final score. Fouled by Lucius Wagner, his 4th foul. It's all over but the final score now. And Steve Murfeld's calling off the troops.
And that sends a few more fans.
Fabian Calvez getting his first playing time. Otten's back in, Pfeiffer back in, Drew Petty back in. And the Aces are going to be handed their first home loss of the season, their 3rd loss in conference play. They'll have already played 6 games, and they'll be 3-3 as Brooks going for 19. Nope, didn't get it.
And how big to win these conference games on the road. Oh boy, the big win at Creighton. They come in here to Evansville, a team that's been hot.
Tipped away by Brooks.
Still don't give up. Brooks still playing.
54.8 seconds left in this one. Dogs lead by 12. Again, it was 15 at halftime. That's Calvez with it. To Gore. Shot no. Rebound to Matt Shaw again. To Tony Young. And they're not going to foul either.
Gotta like the physical play of Matt Shaw tonight.
He's been phenomenal. He's got at least 6 rebounds.
Just 4 points, but they want him down there banging underneath.
Points don't matter. When you got the guards that Southern has, anything you get from the big guys point-wise is just icing on the cake. 10 on the shot clock. Tony Young.
Gonna have to shoot it.
Rebound by Calvez. 10 seconds left in this one. Josh Warren still playing hard. Ottens for 3, no. Rebound to Darren Brooks. And the Salukis come out of Roberts with a huge win.
And none of these Saluki fans have left. They made the trip over from Carbondale. They're on their feet supporting their dogs away from home.
Darren Brooks led the way with 18 points, and Southern goes to 13-3 on the year. 4-0 in the Missouri Valley Conference. Evansville falls to 9-5 and 3-3 in conference play. And Southern may not have been ready from the get-go, but they were ready to win this basketball game. Doug Robinson is down now with Coach Lowery. Let's go down to Doug and the victorious coach.
Well, impressive win tonight, Coach Lowery. Your leader on the court and leader this year, the senior, Mr. Brooks, did an outstanding job. You got to be proud of him tonight.
Very proud of all my seniors. Good job. You know, we came with some composure, poise. We played very, very hard. I thought when they jumped out at 7-0 run, I called a timeout and got after them. And I think we got them back focused. And you know, these guys are winners, and we're trying to make a championship run. So, you know, we got to win as many games as we can on the road.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Mike Trude said anything time you can win a good win on the road, especially tonight against these Aces who have been 8-0 at home, you got to feel good.
We feel great. Being able to come back home, I grew up here, being able to get a win with our kids playing extremely hard, we're very happy.
You just told my Thunder, I was just getting ready to ask you, what does it feel like to be coming home right here tonight?
Feels great. I had about 50 tickets out today. So, you know, we did a very good job of executing down the stretch.
All right. Coach Lowery, thanks a lot. We'll let you go back to the room with the guys. Well, that's what's about the story of it here on the court. Coach Lowery giving some handshakes, as he just said, a native right here in Evansville. Impressive win tonight with the Salukis on top over the Aces. Let's take it back over to Mike and Thad.
Doug, thanks very much. Thad, phenomenal effort by the Dogs. They did get behind 7-0. Chris called a quick timeout. Really got in their cage, I think, that first timeout that he called and said, hey, we're not at home. You guys gotta come to play. And boy, after that, really phenomenal. 69-57 the final. It was a 15-point game at halftime. Evansville made that run, got it to within 9, but DB came on, and look what he did. Got the big three-point play, and the senior leadership did it again.
That's it, absolutely, Mike. You said it, senior leadership, and you don't expect anything less from Darren Brooks. Even those nights when he's struggling, he's still out there trying to give you 110%.
There's some happy, those are Chris Lowery's kids, and,
all right.
And they're having the time of their lives right now as Southern got the big win tonight, 69-57, led by Darren Brooks with 18 points. LaMar Owen had 12, Jamaal Tatum had 15, Stetson Hairston had 9, Josh Warren with 4, Matt Shaw with 4, Dale with 2, and Tony Young had 5 points for the Salukis. And look at the newest Lowery. I think that's the newest Lowery baby right there.
They start him young, Saluki fans.
They do start him young. Evansville was led by Andre Burton, who had 15 points. They had 3 players in double figures. Matt Webster had 12, and Lucius Wagner had 10. The Salukis dominated on the boards, at least throughout most of the first 35 minutes of this basketball game, and won the battle on the boards, won the battle on the points, and really came in, did what they had to do, and are leaving Roberts Stadium with a big win.
Yep, and make it 6 in a row now. 13 out of the last 14. They put it into that Evansville home winning streak, but winning on the road in this conference is where you get them. Then you get to play these teams back at home next time. You know, so just big for these two Creighton and Evansville wins already for Southern.
Again, the Salukis back at home Saturday night at the SIU Arena against Southwest Missouri State. Tip-off is 7:05. Again tonight, the final score tonight from Roberts Stadium, the Salukis behind Darren Brooks' 18 points defeat the Evansville Aces by a score of 69-57. Southern goes to 13-3 on the season. More importantly, 4-0 in the Missouri Valley Conference. They will be no worse than in a tie for first place after tonight's basketball games are all said and done. For Doug Robinson and Thad Jackson, I'm Mike Trude, and for all our crew, repeating the final score, Southern Illinois 69, Evansville 57. Good night from Roberts Stadium.